What was I thinking coming here? I never should have left Oregon.
And my champion returns. Still alive, and with most of your vital body parts intact. My shield wives owe me. I told them not to bet against me. But enough of that. Were you successful? Are the clan chiefs going to attend the moot? Perfect! You've done me a great service, my friend. The moot will be remembered as the turning point for Wrothgar. The day when all the clans united under the rule of a strong and visionary king. A new golden age for the Orsimer begins here. You? What? I like how your mind works, my friend. I guess if you can't get a chief to listen, you just beat him and take over his clan. Let's drink to non-traditional thinking. Now we prepare for the moot and wait for the clan chiefs to gather. They'll come from the farthest corners of Wrothgar and finally accept my vision for the future. This is how a kingdom is born. A shame Bosrog will miss out. Don't worry about Bosrog. He hasn't been seen since the attack on the temple. He's probably gone so deep into hiding or run so far away that we'll never see that traitor again. Why should I be? You're concerned enough for both of us. But come on, you're worse than my shield wives. Have a drink. Have the whole damn keg if you want. And take this for services rendered. Now, all we have to do is sit back and wait.
Hello! I've been looking all over the city for you. I had the hardest time finding you. Looked all over the city, even got lost once or twice. I did find an adorable sweet shop, though. They had these wonderful tiny cakes that were absolutely delicious. Who knew all cakes could taste so good? Right to business, huh? Not even a hi, good to see you. Fine, fine. Anyway, High Priestess Solgra needs our help. She wants us to work together on this. When you have a moment, you need to go see her. It's a rescue mission, but she said she wants to give you the details personally. After all, you did save her life. I can see it now. Oh, my savior. Let's retire to my private chambers so I can share the intimate details with you. Seriously, Solgra wants to keep this quiet. Said the situation was sensitive. She especially doesn't want the king to know. When I suggested asking the king for help, she insisted that that would only get more people killed. Just so you know. No, doesn't have a clue. That's what makes it so exciting. This is an honest-to-goodness secret mission. I always wanted to go on a secret mission. Besides, once you talk to Solgra, you'll understand. She explains things much better than I do. Have you seen my bow skills? I'm sure Solgra noticed and said to herself, "That's a fine young lass. She can put a shaft through an apple balanced on the back of a moving Wamasu. I shall recruit her." Either that, or she was desperate for some help. I'll meet up with you later. Go see Solgra, but don't take too long.
Thank you for responding so quickly to my summons, especially considering everything you've been doing to support the king. Did Everly tell you that I have a delicate situation? I could really use your help again. She can be rather exuberant, but I suppose the term is accurate. I debated with myself before deciding to ask the two of you for assistance. But in the end, there isn't anyone else I would trust with this matter. A shield wife from one of the clans sent me an urgent plea for help. It appears that the clan's chief has been taken captive by a fanatical group of... how do I put this? They're members of a religious sect devoted to Trinimac. Yes, but it's not the same. The Wrothgar are Trinimac extremists who bend the sacred teachings to their own purposes. They've been gathering power and influence at an alarming rate. If they kill the Captain Chief in Trinimac's name, it will give the Orc traditionalists one more arrow to put in their quiver, and they won't use it only against us. King Korag and the Forge Mother have supported us. This will cripple their cause and turn everyone against Trinimac and his followers. Go to Faren's stronghold and meet Everly. Stop the Wrothgar and rescue the chief before it's too late. I just ask for your discretion in this matter. If the king finds out, he'll send an army, which will only result in more death and destruction. 2 things before you go. First, avoid bloodshed on your way into the stronghold. The captives won't be immediately harmed if the Wrothgar feels secure. Second, I'm not sure which chief was taken. The message I received was purposefully vague. Not much. They're rather secretive, keep to themselves. They apparently wear masks whenever they gather, and I've heard rumors. They've been linked to trouble in the West. This sect is rather new, from what I've been given to understand. Well, they weren't here when I arrived in Orsinium. I wasn't aware of them, at any rate. Of course, we were dealing with the Winterborn at the time, so anything else was considered a lesser threat. Still, their increasing boldness worries me. Our temple guides people to Trinimac and presents his teachings so they can decide for themselves. The Wrothgar, on the other hand, shove Trinimac's blade down their throats and tell them to swallow it or die. Such violence is not Trinimac's way. Who can say what these extremists have in mind? I'm not privy to their ultimate goal. I would speculate that eliminating a chief who reveres Malakath will send a distinct message about the Wrothgar. I suppose it depends on what chief they hold. As with the attack on the temple, we don't want to give the captors a reason to act in haste. The longer they remain unaware of your presence, the better chance you'll have to locate and free the chief. Besides, they could have other hostages. I don't think so. At least not immediately. They're keeping the chief alive for a reason. I think they want to make a spectacle. But the Wrothgar haven't always acted in a predictable manner. Of course, other prisoners they hold would be forfeit.
You made it! Excellent! You found me! I knew you could do it. Did you like the trail I left for you? It was easy. Hide, release an arrow, move forward, repeat. And I was able to stay hidden the whole way. Well, mostly. I did almost get caught that last time. Scared the leaves off my tree, if you catch my meaning. I dove down here to hide and wait for you to arrive. Worked a lot better in my head, truth be told. I found out that the stronghold contains a large prison of some sort, but I have no idea where they hid the thing. Nothing around here looks like a prison to me. Oh, I did hear something else while I was sorting my arrows and waiting for you. A couple of Vosh rocks were arguing. One of them stormed off toward the overlook. He sounded pretty upset with the cult. We might be able to get the prison's location out of him. Or, you know, he could alert the entire stronghold to our presence. The cultists talk a lot. We might be able to eavesdrop on them and hear something useful. Or we can search the buildings and hope for the best. Either way, let's split up. We can meet back up after one of us finds something. If you discover anything useful, meet me behind the Great Hall. And try not to raise any alarms. The longer we can keep the Vosh Rock from discovering our presence, the less likely they are to start slaughtering any prisoners. Now that you mention it, the Vosh Rock seem pretty well equipped for a deranged cult. I've seen armies that didn't have some of the equipment they're using. You think one of the alliances might be funding these extremists? For as much as I crave adventure, I hate war. My clan refused to get involved in all that. Never wanted to bow down to a high elf queen who looked down upon our customs. What can I say? I come from stubborn stock.
Did you get a look at that prison? Never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah, but I can't believe we opened up all the cages. It's a madhouse down there.
Ah, don't worry. It's far enough beneath the fortress that they'll never be able to crawl up here. Even if they manage to make it to the old well.
Did you learn anything about the prison? I gathered some interesting information, but nothing that helps us at this exact moment. Underground? Like in a dungeon or something? I hope you don't expect me to grab a shovel and start digging. I don't do that sort of thing. Then this must be our lucky day. Not only have we avoided detection, but have found this rope in the barracks while I was looking around. It should be long enough to reach the bottom of the well. Follow me. I'll secure the rope and drop it into the well. Just be careful down there. Who knows what kind of monstrosities live at the bottom of an orc well? Come on, the well is this way. I'll hang back and look around up here a little more while you head into the prison. All right, the rope is secure. Good luck down there. Hope you find the prison and not some nasty sewer or something.
Interesting use of a rope. Remarkably convenient, too. I'm surprised nobody tried that before. You're not a prisoner. I know everyone they tossed down here. And you're definitely not with the Vosh Rock. All right, I give up. Who are you? Me? I'm no one. Just a humble engineer who built and maintained this prison. Before they tossed me into it, that is. I've been able to avoid the dangerous prisoners, at least so far. Lucky I literally know this place like the back of my hand. Well, I designed it, but most of the heavy lifting was done by the orcs of Clan Farin. The chief hired me, despite my obvious non-orcishness. He appreciated my expertise and sardonic sense of humor. But it was those Vashrak who imprisoned me. Well, not just me, they threw a lot of the clan members down here. And then the bastards, they opened the cages, let the actual prisoners loose. It was some kind of sick game to them. But I never heard an alarm. You must be stealthy as a shadow. Well, this elixir might come in handy. There's a chamber you might come across. Fills with gas if the cell gates open accidentally. A fail-safe measure, you see. Drink this potion and the gas won't bother you. I always carry a vial, just in case. It tastes like barf, but works like magic. Oh, there's also a spike room. Amazing defense mechanism. Unless you're in the chamber when it activates. Remember that it resets if you don't turn the 3 valves fast enough. No, not if you want to make it through the prison. But there's a 4th valve hidden around the wall near the exit gate. Close that valve before the others, and the trap won't reset. Consider this a reward for not getting me killed.
Is that the best you can do? My hearth mother hits harder than that, and she's dead. You again? If I didn't know any better, I'd think you liked me. So Kurog's pet shows up again. Are you here to make sure I am still a prisoner? Or has he sent you to cut my throat? Come on, what are you waiting for? Just kill me and get it over with. Or don't you have the guts for that kind of work? Kurog sent you to kill the captured chief, but he didn't tell you it was me. How typical. Well, the damn cultists couldn't kill me, the prison escapees couldn't kill me, and neither can you. The Trinimac priestess. She's just like the idiots who attacked my stronghold and threw me down here. They released my prisoners and made a game out of letting them torture us. But the joke's on them. I'm still alive. What are you talking about? After I left Orsinium, I returned here just in time to watch the Voshrok overwhelm my stronghold. I've been a prisoner in my own dungeon ever since. Definitely didn't have time to do anything at the temple. That's nice. I have adoring admirers, but I had nothing to do with them or the temple. Now do you want to chat or do you want to get out of here? My arms hurt, so climbing up the well is right out. We need to find another exit. I do indeed. But the prison defenses are still active. That's going to make getting out of here a bit tricky. Lucky for you, I'm here. First, we need to get through the Chamber of Scorn, where we keep the most dangerous prisoners. Chamber's protected by poison gas. If we run into trouble, you'll have to deal with it, what with my injured arm and all. Damn gates! I forgot about them. Blasted engineers always making upgrades. So just so you know, if we don't do this exactly right, we're both going to die. No pressure or anything, but I wanted you to know what we're dealing with here. I need to turn the manual override switches in the correct order to open the gate to the next chamber. But this is the Chamber of Scorn. It was designed to hold our most dangerous inmates, so it won't be that simple. As soon as I start the process, poison will begin filling the room, and those cell doors are going to swing open. I'll try to be quick, but with an injured arm, I can only work so fast. Just keep the prisoners away from me and stay out of the gas. You met Freelon. Ha! I knew they couldn't kill that damned Breton. The man is a genius. Glad you took his advice. That potion might save your life. You still need to keep the prisoners off my arse so I can open the gate, though. Once I turn this lever, there's no stopping, so get ready. Turning the first lever. Now! at the next one. Just keep those prisoners away from me. About to get more complicated. Finally. It's good to breathe free air again. Just give me a moment to compose myself. I refuse to leave one prison just to enter another. If you plan to take me to Kurog, forget about it. I'd rather die here with my clan than have to see Kurog's gloating face again. Damn right you're not. Make a move and I'll cut you. Just a flick of my wrist and your guts will decorate the floor. Now tell me why Solgra sent you. What kind of game is Kurog playing this time? My arm is fine, but I couldn't get out of the prison on my own, so killing you down there wasn't an option. Now I'll ask again. Why are you here? Why did Solgra send you to help me? Now I understand. Kurog wants to save face. Can't have a rival chief die at the hands of fanatics who worship the same god as our so-called king. Now I see where Kurog's priorities lie. Me. Help Kurog. Where was our so-called king when my clan was at the mercy of the Wrothgar? Where was he when my people were dying or being forced to join this cult against their will? How many times do I have to tell you? I had nothing to do with that. You want to know the truth? Find Ulsha. I sent her away during the attack. She's camped outside Faron. She'll tell you everything you need to know.
Chief Bazrog, lower your weapon, please. I don't want to loose this arrow, but I will if you don't stand down.
Damn it, Wood Elf, fine! But you might as well put that arrow in my heart, because I won't let you turn me over to Kurog.
So now what? I've never taken an Orc Chief prisoner before. I guess we could take him to High Priestess Solgra. She did send us to save him, after all. I'm sure I can sneak him into the city, as long as he cooperates and doesn't do anything stupid or anything. All right then, we've got a plan. And it's a perfectly good plan. Really. Other than me trying to sneak the chief into a city where Kurog has eyes and ears everywhere. What was I thinking? And how are we going to convince the chief to come with me? Right. Sneak Bosrog into Orsinium and get him to Solgra. Easy as Knuckles pie. Why do I have a feeling this trip back is going to get complicated?
You can put the bow down, Elf. I'll go with you as long as you promise not to turn me over to Kurog.
Sorry, no. I'm keeping the bow. But I promise not to take you to Kurog.
Fine. Just watch where you're pointing that thing. You saved my life, so I'll go along with this nonsense. For now. Just find Ulsha. She'll prove I had nothing to do with the attack on the temple. But if this is a trick, there's nowhere in Oblivion where you'll be able to hide from my wrath.
It's good to see you again, though we seem destined to always meet during troubled times. First, the frozen peasants, and now this difficulty with the Vashrak. I try to remain optimistic, but sometimes I just want to scream. My husband lives. Truly, the man is favored by Malakath. I suppose I need to thank Solgra for sending help when I requested it. But where is he? Is the chief well? After the chief met with Kurog, we immediately set out for Farin. He was angry, but he refused to talk about it. We arrived to find our stronghold overrun by those Trinimac fanatics. The Vashrak fell upon us before we knew what was happening. What? Of course not. Chief Bosrog would never put innocents in danger, not even if Kurog insulted his honor. Tell me who these imposters were, so that I can deal with them in accordance with the curse and the code. Very well, but my chief is innocent. We must clear his name. I'll contact my sources and investigate from my end if you promise to do the same. Now where is Chief Bosrog? Then I trust he will stay that way, or you will answer to me. Take this as a token of thanks for assisting the chief, and for your willingness to find the truth of the dark matters that plague Wrothgar. I'll contact you in Orsinium when I have news.
King Kurog requests the honor of your presence, outsider. My beloved awaits your arrival at the keep, so do not linger. His dark mood is bad enough without you disappointing him as well. Of course I know what the king wants. He wants to see you, immediately. Do you have any other pointless questions you'd like me to answer for you? Ah, outsider, my apologies. The king's mood has set everyone on edge. You could literally cut the tension in the court with a knife, and I fear it will get worse before it gets better. Go, talk to the king. Perhaps you can raise his low spirits. Go! Have you no sense of urgency? My beloved's mood has already grown dark. Don't add to his anger as well, outsider. Why? Why does the sun rise and fall each day? Why do the spring rains eventually free us from winter's icy grip? The king is angry, and like any force of nature, he refuses to be denied. Well, yes! Of course something did. Go and speak to the king, outsider. I prefer you hear the news from his mouth instead of from mine.
Have you ever looked at these statues? I mean, really looked at them. Legends carved into bronze or stone. The work of hundreds of hours, likely crafted by people who didn't know a thing about their subject matter. And for what purpose, do you think? And who decides who we honor and remember? The victors, of course, for they get to write the history. But there are two sides to every story. No one remembers the losers. They fought for what they believed in and failed, and so they are forgotten. To the vanquished, this isn't the statue of a hero. It's a tribute to a tyrant. Many see me in the same way, a tyrant, forcing my ideas upon the people. They say I'm wrong, that I'll destroy the Orsimer. They seek to turn everyone against me. I get reports, things my advisors think I need to know. One report claims that the Wood Elf is keeping company with Bosrog. When two of my scouts confronted her, she killed them both. I'm concerned that Bosrog has turned Eveli against us. Eveli aids my enemy. The Wood Elf has chosen the wrong side. I worry that you might follow her example. But I have a moot to prepare for, and I've said what I had to say. When you see Eveli, I expect you to do the right thing.
I have a message for you. I thought that was you when I saw you enter the keep. You were in there so long, though, I was beginning to think you'd never come back out. It's scary, isn't it? Malakath this and Trinimac that, and all that talk about traitors in the court. Right. A little wood elf gave it to me. Described you to a turn and asked me to deliver this letter. Not sure why she was hiding under that hood, or why she spoke with a funny accent. But I haven't met that many wood elves, so... As a matter of fact, although it didn't make a lick of sense to me, she said the letter itself wasn't important. She said that what really matters is the beginning of every thought. Maybe you'll understand it, because I certainly don't.
Walk into the Voshrock base? That's suicide!
We have to find out what the Vashrak have planned. If we wait for them to strike, it will be too late.
Whatever they're planning, it's going to happen soon. They just about told me as much when they threw me into my own prison.
Maybe we should have left you in there. For all we know, you deserve to be in prison.
Listen to me, Elf. I didn't attack anyone. I left Orsinium and they ambushed me.
I sent you to rescue the Chief Eveli. I wouldn't have done that if I believed he was guilty.
You lied to us, High Priestess. You knew who you were sending us to rescue the entire time. This feels like one giant trap, and we walked right into it.
Ah, you found us. I'm sorry that Eveli is upset, but I did what had to be done. Please, let's talk. I know you have questions, and you're probably just as angry with me as Eveli. But please, hear me out, I beg you. There are deadly plots unfolding, and we're all in terrible danger. I withheld certain details, yes, but I had good reasons. If cultists killed Bosrog in Trinimac's name, it would have started a civil war. And if Kurog found out you were trying to rescue Bosrog, you would never have been allowed to leave the city. Bosrog's shield wife approached me after the Vashrak attacked Farron's stronghold. She knew the king would do nothing for those who didn't accept his rule. Chief Bosrog was ambushed at the same time the temple was being attacked. Someone wanted to blame Bosrog for the Malakath fanatics, while also removing the chief from the battlefield. It was a brilliant plan. Fortunately, you were able to foil it. And now, thanks to Bosrog, we know what the Vashrak are planning next. The Vashrak want to make a statement, something big. Bosrog thinks it involves the Moot, where all the chiefs will be gathered. We need more information. Someone needs to enter the old Trinimac temple to the west and learn more about their plans. I'll send scouts ahead, but you'll need to get inside and do whatever it takes to uncover the exact nature of their plan. Lives are at stake, remember that. Now please, Talk to Everlee. We need her. You have to convince her to help us. You two have your orders. Scout the temple exterior. The others will join you shortly.
Finally! Something to do that doesn't involve a message.
The Voshrock practically bragged about their plan as they tossed me in that cell. They said it was going to be big and bold and really show the world what Trinimac is all about. They didn't tell me any details, but I think it involves the moot.
I hate this situation. I really do. Being a hero, that's supposed to be pure and honest. Good is good and evil is evil, you know what I mean? But nothing here is clear cut. I can't tell the good guys from the bad. I'm not even sure whose side I'm on anymore. When Bazrog and I sneaked into the city, 2 guards got lucky and happened to be in the right place at the right time. They attacked. I just reacted and let my arrows fly. I killed 2 guards! They were just doing their job! They probably have loved ones, pets! How can you be so heartless? You can be a bastard sometimes, you know that? First Solgra's lies, tricking us into helping Chief Bazrog. Now this? Alright, I'll help you. But I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it because someone has to. I hate this situation. I really do. Being a hero, that's supposed to be pure and honest. Good is good and evil is evil, you know what I mean? But nothing here is clear cut. I can't tell the good guys from the bad. I'm not even sure whose side I'm on anymore. When Bazrog and I sneaked into the city, 2 guards got lucky and happened to be in the right place at the right time. They attacked. I just reacted and let my arrows fly. But I killed 2 guards who were just doing their job. They probably have loved ones, pets. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I knew you were going to say that. Still, I'm not sure I can get past Solgra's lies. She tricked us into helping Chief Bazrog, and I'm still not sure about his role in all this. All right, you can count on me, but I'm doing this for you, not them. I can do that. Besides, it'll be nice to get out of the city. Try to forget about the price on my head for a while. All right, let's do this. But be careful out there, will you? I can't afford to lose the only person I really trust. The entrance has to be somewhere in those hills.
It's certainly well hidden. If Bazrog lied to us, then we're probably about to meet with horrible, horrible deaths.
I've got good news, disappointing news, and downright awful news. The good, Bazrog's instructions were easy to follow. The disappointing, I have no idea how to find the entrance, and there's no way to get inside without being attacked once we do. I lost a bet with Talvia, and now I owe him a traditional Valenwood dinner. You know, the kind wood elves like to eat. I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes what kind of meat he's eating. It'll be priceless. Yeah, I guess I just needed to get out of the city. I was seriously depressed when I wound up on the King's Most Wanted list. Thanks for pushing me. Infiltrating a cult is certainly better than hiding in a hole someplace. Well, with all the runners we spotted, we know we're in the right place. We just need to find a way to get inside without being noticed. You know, we might be able to do something with those higher-ranking cultists in the fancy masks. Well, a few of the masked cultists passed this way a little while ago. Then we heard a large commotion over there to the west. I can't be sure, mind you, but I think those Wrothgar might have... Well, they could have walked into an... Tolvia thinks... Well, he thinks that the group might have walked into an Achartair mating ritual. The sounds from the west, the screams. Ifris, Bo, the noise was horrible. Then it got real quiet. I don't think it went well for the cultists. Just don't get too close to those Achartairs. I hear they become extremely violent when anything interrupts their frolicking. We'll look around on our own and meet you inside. Good luck!
Everlee thinks that our best chance of getting into the ruins undetected is to disguise ourselves as high-ranking members of the Wrothgar, and I concur. If you check out the group that went west, we'll search in the other direction. The Wrothgar are up to something, that's for sure. They've been gathering in the ruins ever since we got here. We did notice something unusual, though. The high-ranking cultists appear to be much better dressed than their subordinates. Not necessarily. It might just mean that the leaders have more funds and better taste. Still, between the robes and the masks, acquiring a few of their uniforms could definitely help us sneak inside.
Is so weird. It looks like I'm wearing robes, but I feel so unencumbered.
This is like the time I licked one of our great hists. Feel so exposed.
It's merely an illusion bound to the amulet. Nothing to be concerned about. I've seen these used at festivals and grand balls back home.
I wonder if they come in different colors. Looks like you found an amulet too. But tell me, was I right? Did the Achartairs get all frolicsome on those cultists? Wait a moment. Your amulet's cracked. You weren't supposed to break it, you know. Well, the illusion seems to be holding up, at least for now. Hopefully it won't fail at a particularly critical moment. Anyway, I think we should split up and cover more ground. That's the best way to find what we're looking for quickly. This place is enormous. Besides, you never put all your acorns in one basket. We need to find out what the Wrothgar are up to, and fast. Flies and I will look around out here, while you and Tal see what the high-ranking cultists are meeting about. Good idea. And let's not take too long. Lives are depending on us. And speaking of lives, make sure Tal stays safe, will you? He isn't as experienced as we are. I'm afraid his wide-eyed enthusiasm is going to get him injured. Ha ha. Tease me all you want, but I know better now. Sort of. As long as you're here, though, I know you'll watch out for us. You're surprisingly good at that sort of thing. Stay safe. Flies and I will meet up with you later.
I guess we're really doing this, aren't we? All right. We can do this. We just sneak in, find out what we need to know, and get out. I mean, it's just a meeting. We have these amulets. We'll be fine, right? It's the whole reason I came to Wrothgar. To show that I can fight. To prove myself, to my family, to everyone. I'm more than just a scribe destined to spend his whole life behind a desk. This will show everyone what I'm capable of. Oh, that's where you're wrong, my friend. I come from a long line of warriors and mages, but most of my family considers me to be the tarnished fruit on the tree of golden pears. It's time for me to show them who I really am. I knew you'd understand. When your father is a royal mage, your mother is one of the Queen's Guard, and your sister almost single-handedly won the Battle of Sunken Spire, well, let's just say, I've got a lot to live up to. Now, let's go do this!
Drinamak, hear our prayer. Guide our weapons and alert us to all dangers. Grant us the courage to complete the trial you place before us.
That doesn't sound good. I thought we were just spying on a meeting.
You, the chosen of the Vashrak, have shown bravery against the Malakath heretics, even going so far as to invade the temple we love and cherish. But one challenge remains. A challenge to test you, to select the most worthy for our most important mission. Now choose a scroll and select a blessing to help you in your ordeal. Elder Azul will answer any questions you have. Now, in Trinamak's name, may you find great honor or an honorable death.
I don't think this is just some routine meeting. What in Akatosh's name are they talking about? A trial? Trinamak's blessing? Sounds kind of dangerous to me. My father always says, the rabble face death every day, while the brave always find a way to defeat it. I've never been exactly sure what he meant, but I think I know now. Yes. Yes, I do. This is what I came here for. This is my time to shine. Besides, you're here with me. We'll watch each other's back and come out victorious in the end.
Gauntlet so quickly. Your disguise is not needed here. I know who you are. You show great courage to stand before us. But what are you truly willing to sacrifice? Are your intentions as pure as ours? We donned the false god's armor, attacked and killed true believers within a sacred temple, all for the sake of the sacred plan. Will you make that same sacrifice? Your final test starts now. Are you here to harm us or to join us? To make the Awesomers stronger than they ever imagined? Show us where your loyalty lies. Spill the blood of your ally in Trinamak's name and display your true devotion.
Hey, my amulet stopped working. And did they just say something about spilling my blood? Oh my, you're not considering following through with this, are you? That's insane!
Make your choice. Well done, outsider. No, I should say, well done, soldier of Trinimac. You demonstrate unwavering faith and devotion by spilling the blood of a friend in the warrior god's name. Welcome to the true path. Does that surprise you? My people have lost their way under the stifling traditions of Malakath. I seek to unite us on a new path, a path devoted to the true god Trinimac. A new age begins, an age that will see the Awesomer attain power and glory. My son is not your concern. You are Vashrak now. Nothing else matters. You joined at a pivotal time. Soon, Trinimac's blade of courage will pierce the heart of the Moot and strike down the insolent clan chiefs. Then true unification can begin. Against me? I think not. Not when the Vashrak is clearly to blame. Our purpose served, we will disband and leave my chosen scapegoat to deal with the consequences. High Priestess Solgra is behind all this. She is the obvious choice. We all have our purpose. The people will rally against Solgra and demand justice. Our agents are already hunting her down. Before the moot ends, we will have her. But again, that is not your concern. You have another mission to perform. The moot? No, our warriors are already in place. When the chiefs attend the moot, we will eliminate them and bring unity to our people. Instead, I want you to join the warriors heading to the inn. Help them capture Basrog before he can escape again.
You're a pleasant scent in a dank swamp. Everly started to get worried and she can't wait to talk to you. Wait, where's Talvia? I knew something was wrong. I could feel it in the tip of my tail. You better talk to Everly. She's going to want to know what happened. This is a sad day. A very sad day.
There you are. I was beginning to get worried about you. We've found out some... Where's Talvia? What? What do you mean he didn't make it? What aren't you telling me? Why? Why didn't you protect him? I told you to keep Tal safe. I trusted you. That's it? That's your answer? He died because we needed him to? I really wanted to be like you. I looked up to you. But if this is what it means to be a hero, you can count me out. Orders? You're giving me orders? Fine. Tell me what you learned so I can get out of here. I want to make sure nobody else has to die today. I don't know exactly what happened in there, and I don't want to know. Not right now. I just can't handle it. Just tell me what I need to know so I can go. The Vashrak are strong enough to do all that? It's even worse than we feared. You tell the king about the moot. We'll go warn Basrog and Solgra. After that, I'm leaving. I don't want to be in a place where the only person I can depend on is me. I know what you want me to do. I'll warn Bosrog and Solgra. Now leave me alone, all right? I don't want to look at you right now.
I'm sure Emily will come around. Eventually. It's you I'm worried about. The seeds of guilt are a heavy burden for anyone to bear.
Stretch your legs, Kruger. We'll be on the hunt soon.
How infuriating! I don't even like the place that much, but I'll be damned if I let them toss me out of my own inn. The closer the city gets to completion, the worse things get for us common folk. Orsimer soldiers barged into our inn and kicked us out. Now they won't let anyone back in. They decided to detain some of our patrons, including your friends. In fact, the little wood elf showed up right before the soldiers did. The soldiers placed guards at all the exits, even the back one. Damned if I know how they found out about that. The soldiers won't let anyone in until they finish the king's work, whatever that is. Bunch of stiff boots, the lot of them. I should have known that hiding folks in our inn would eventually bite us in the arse. This is ridiculous, though. They sent an entire squad of soldiers to lock down one inn. You'd think we were the damn Winterborn or something. Haven't you and your friends caused us enough trouble already? All right. If you get me my inn back, I'll try to forget that any of this ever happened. So, how can I help? Never seen her before. I make it a habit to get to know all of the guards and soldiers who come to the inn to unwind. From the look on her face, she hasn't unwound since the king was a cub tied to the Forge Mother's apron. What? You looking to court her or something? If you're so enthralled by Captain What's-Her-Name, I heard her tell a soldier she'd be by the ramparts near the stables. But she's a cold fish, mark my words. You'd do better fishing in a different pond. That was the first thing they confiscated. It was Sergeant Vulmon. I know him, he's one of our regulars. Usually friendly, leaves an extra gold piece now and again. He's stationed near the King's Corner Club, but he won't give up that key. That's between you and him. I'll have no part in that. I'm no criminal despite how all this looks.
Keep your head down!
This is the best Kurog has to send against us? Pitiful.
There you are. You missed all the fun. I guess you could say that. I got here before the soldiers arrived, if that's what you mean. Had just enough time to warn the chief, and then all of Oblivion broke loose. But we handled it. We handled it real good.
Thanks to the timely arrival of the Wood Elf, we were ready for those Voshrock bastards. You should have seen their expressions when we started cutting them down to size. It was glorious. So, are there more of these tuskless wonders out there? As you can see, we've been rather busy ourselves, so I haven't had the chance to get the entire story out of Everlee. Tell me, what else did you learn at Paragon's Remembrance? By the sacred tusk, the Forge Mother? The Voshrock answer to Alga? That's... well, come to think of it, that makes a certain amount of sense. The cowards blame the High Priestess and then get to smell like sunshine on a cloudy day. Solgra doesn't have a bounty on her head. At least not yet. She went back to the temple. Business as usual and all that. What a mess Kurog has made. He thinks we're the traitors, but his mother is running a cult right under his nose. As much as it galls me to help him, Kurog needs to be warned. He's in as much danger as the clan chiefs, especially if Alga plans to usurp her son. You go talk to Kurog. I'll send Everlee to protect Solgra.
You go warn the king. Don't worry, I'll keep the High Priestess safe. You can count on me.
I just came for a celebratory feast. I'll say this for Korog. His hearthwife knows how to roast a tasty mammoth.
Depending on how hungry the king is.
Your hunt daughter.
I'm all out of patience for Kurog and his political games. How much longer does he plan to keep us here? I have a clan to run, you know.
Sometimes I don't know what the king is thinking.
I came to listen to Kurog, just like you asked. Don't blame me if I fall asleep, though. Still, it's nice to see how Orsinium has come along. The stone from our quarry truly makes this a remarkable city.
Look who it is! You made all this possible, my friend. You brought all the chiefs together. I needed to step away and have a moment to myself. All this excitement. But I promise you, this will be a moot the Orsimer won't soon forget. That sounds serious, but this is a time for celebration. The next age of the Orsimer people begins today. Really? In danger, you say? And you came upon this knowledge how? If you're frightened by a few idle rumors in the streets and... Keep your voice down. Do you know how easy it is to panic a clan chief? We just got them here, so let's not scare them away needlessly. Meet me down in the dining hall, and we can continue this discussion in private.
I hear the footsteps of an outsider. Come, we need to talk. I am so disappointed in you. I thought when you killed your friend, you did so for Trinimac and our cause. But it seems that it was just a means to an end for you. It's good that I see you for what you truly are before I let this go much further. I assumed as much. That's why I decided to appear in this manner. That way we can talk freely without one of us deciding to be gauche and draw a weapon or otherwise behave badly. The time for endless talk and debate is over. These cowards who call themselves chiefs will soon be removed, and no one will remain to say no to my son. It's for the best. Oh, and I haven't forgotten Bosrog. We'll get him too in the end. Oh, but we already have, don't you see? The clan chiefs have gathered and the moot is about to start. Soon the news will spread that Solgra is behind the Vosh Rock. Everything is in place, just as I have foreseen. You have failed, outsider. Let it be known, the outsider who stands before us has betrayed our grace. For your actions, I condemn you and your allies to death. A sentence you shall execute by your own hand. May Trinimac guide your blade.
I'm sorry it had to come to this. What I do for the good of the Orsimer people.